Furia just beat Vitality again, but this time, I think it's different, and I think they might actually be in Vitality's heads. And the first reason why I think that's the case is, it's the first time we've had a blowout map like this. 13-5 on the Decider map. And take a look at this from Apex.
Could you?
How could you?
Hey, man, let's stop complaining. It's fucking go, boys.
Stop complaining. Is that what
Yeah, stop complaining.
Stop
Let's
complaining.
fucking go, boys.
Stop complaining and let's effing go, boys. And I'm gonna be honest, that clearly shows that Vitality were at least a little rattled, right? Like, Apex of all people is having to tell them to try and like focus and stop being so frustrated, right? I think also just the way he said it, I know it's Apex, right? This is how Apex always is. He's always going to sound like very animated, but this is going to sound like complete cope almost. I kind of feel like he's trying to make himself believe it almost, right? When he's forcing the let's go, boys. And I don't feel like anyone else on the team is really there like hyping him up alongside him. I don't know, there's just a different vibe to it to me, whereas in the past I feel like there would be the positive vibes all around, everyone would be like hyping each other up. I don't know if Vitality have that person who can bring the positivity when the team is starting to struggle, which is kind of interesting. And in this map, I think we saw that. I think we saw signs of Vitality getting very frustrated. And another reason why I think this could be a big deal long term is in the previous series we saw, this was a weird veto from Vitality, right? They left the Ancient in, which Apex has never played before, that Vitality don't play because Furia don't play it, but that went against them. And also, you know, they didn't get the nuke, obviously, but they didn't even get like Dust 2 and Mirage, which are good maps for them. And they had to play the Overpass, which is so good for Furia. So I think there's reasons they could say to themselves, do you know what? We tried the Ancient Gambit. It didn't work out. Furia played well. It was still very close maps. And to be honest, they still weren't even at their best. So they could probably say to themselves, okay, that was just a one-off. We'll get them next time. Now they can't say that because this was a series where they got maps that they like, right? You got your nuke. You actually lost it, even though you picked it against Furia, because Furia are also very good on nuke. Then the Overpass was a close win, but that's with Vitality winning both pistols. And to be honest with you, Molotov was kind of mogging ZywOo on this map. He was killing him round after round. They still got that over the line, but then you saw, right? All these maps were close. All these historic maps have been close. Double digits for both teams every single time. To have a map that goes 13-5 as the decider, that's meant to be a good map for you. It's meant to be good for both of you. That's different. I do think that is different, right? The only previous time they played them before was here, where it was a couple of 13-7 losses, but this is back when Furia weren't quite as good. And as I was pointing out, okay, here's a graph of like the AWP kills, right? Against Molodoi, right? ZywOo and Molodoi head to head. ZywOo got an AWP kill onto Molodoi 3 times. Molodoi got an AWP kill onto ZywOo 11 times in that series. That's a pretty big difference, right? And also, just look at the numbers overall, right? For Molodoi getting AWP kills against the entirety of the team, he's getting a lot of AWP frags. ZywOo's not getting as many, okay? I've busted the calc out. Don't worry, I've busted the calc out. It's short for calculator, by the way. It's slang, in case you didn't know. I had to bust the calc out because I couldn't do that mental maths. But that is 40 AWP kills for Molodoi overall in this series, 19 for ZywOo. And I do think that is a factor as we get onto this decider map. I think Vitality kind of needs ZywOo to take a little more initiative when things are going badly. That didn't happen here. The other thing I will say, and this is a really interesting interview from Yakindar, because he says here stuff about this Inferno, which I think is super fascinating, right? They asked him basically about his focus on Banana and the team's focus on B in this game. And they said, you know, he said it's situational. It was more about economy. But then he also said, we conditioned them with our last game in the finals where we rushed A 2 times and we knew that they probably, I cannot be in their heads or whatever, but they probably made them play these economical rounds a little more careful about A. Because of that previous series, he thinks that Vitality was scared of losing A on these low buys, and that allowed them to steal B on a few of these to be able to get the win. So now we're seeing a bit of history between these teams where the mind games are starting to come into play. And he says it down here. When you play the same team, especially in such a short period on the same map, it's all about a bit of mind games and also a bit of luck. And they won some low economy rounds. And again, like, I really do think this is an interesting point because I think Fallen has shown he's very good at this. And they bring this up a little lower down, but Fallen is kind of one of the few old school in-game leaders that Vitality are having to play. And you can see Yakindar come down and say he feels like Fallen has some mind games. You never know whether he's right or not, but you feel like he has a logic behind what he's thinking. I actually think this is going to play a factor now. I really do, because I think we saw on this Decider map the stuff from the previous series, the stuff from the previous map of Inferno, where there were a couple of Furia rounds towards A where they got up really far and Vitality weren't ready for it. I think that did come into play here. And just in general, the way Furia can play all across the map and play this annoying CS, I think Vitality are getting in their own heads a little. I really do. And the other thing is, you haven't really had to see a Vitality that have had to play a team like this, right? Especially with Overpass coming back in. It's a more tactical game now. I actually think this is becoming a factor. I really do. I think it's so interesting. And we can get into the specifics now, okay? Because I think on this Inferno, you're going to see as it goes on, I just think they get tilted. I do.
He doesn't know
From the
that
start.
he's...
Apex
He doesn't even know.
way too comfortable at the moment.
No, he just thought he's walking away chill.
Apex solo B is getting, challenged. And this from Keserato, you know what? We've got to go HD for this. Come on now. Oh, we don't have HD. Either way, you've got to see this.
Oh, they know exactly what's happening.
Okay, that's like an old Frenchman who has the confidence to cross.
Bro got deleted.
Is one. Taking the oververted C Nation over top of Zai.
We'll skip ahead to the replay.
Pulled out of the hat by Mezzi, I would argue.
Yeah, it was by... Yeah, that's right. It's Pistols that even did it. The one thing they did was...
Ooh,
Wow. What?
What? Wait, no.
He
What?
did that before he passed the
Was that
pillar.
before the...
Damn.
One more time? It's like that bullet's before the
Actually a crazy shot. He shot it before the pillar.
pillar. As he...
I think we get Apex's reaction.
What is that? What?
He didn't even react.
He wanted to say something, but he knew the round was still live. So, okay, bit of an annoying way to start, but, we're fine. We can deal with it. And then, actually, after winning the pistol, Furia lose the second round, but then here's some of those B plays we were talking
utility
about.
being offered over here by Apex, keeping the pressure on with the...
And obviously, Vitality, I think they win a lot of their games because they win these force by rounds and frustrate teams, but Furia can do it back to them. That's the impressive part to me.
Flashes and the frags, but don't get pounced on, brother.
Pretty good utility.
There we go.
But again, this time, it's just a smoke spam.
Caught out.
way.
That's just perfect.
Oh, and another smoke spam.
Not done yet. He's actually just won the round.
So already I can see frustrating way to lose a round, and you can see in the
Protected at all
replay.
costs.
Yeah, he trusted you, Robs. And that
That
trust
never
pays
even
off.
turned around. He's like, what?
Smoke just goes up. I mean, to be fair, he has the hero AK, and Vitality are giving him the chance to spam them. Like, I know that it's still very lucky he gets those kills, but he did pre-fire and pre-aim the right position
Disgusting.
there. The one on Apex is way more lucky. You can already see it start, and we know this is Apex, but we know that's fine. Apex is going to react like that. It's the fact that at that half-time, he was telling his teammates to calm down. That's what surprised me, right? The fact Apex is having to say that, this suggests that some of his teammates are getting a bit frustrated. And I don't really know who that would be on Vitality. They don't seem like a team that would tilt too much, right? So we go into the next round.
Off that one is Fallen is real low. And if he goes for the bomb play,
2 versus 3. They've got this B take.
Kindar nowhere to be found.
Oh, I think I need to rewind a bit.
Nades
There
over
we
the top, 4 players strong.
So Vitality start with 3B.
Ahead of the smokes as well, so Keserato
Molly's a bit deeper than you'd like, but
liked his
Bad
odds.
Molly.
Flamesy puts him down, double kill for Flamesy. There's the
solid trades. Mezzi being there can lock it
boost
in.
activation out of Mezzi to make the difference.
And we got a 3v2 retake. Okay, this is a good position for Vitality.
Man advantage.
Especially when you consider, look at the minimap. Yakindar is still so far
Established
away.
off that
But if I rewind, also look at the minimap because
as well, so
the bomb clearly gets dropped towards B
Keserato.
here, right? And look at these A players on the minimap. Just focus on this.
liked his odds.
Molly.
They've seen the bomb.
Flamesy puts him down,
they
double
dropped
kill
the
for
bomb.
Flamesy. There's the boost
They're
act.
still staying on A, right? This is what I mean, where I actually think Vitality are getting in their heads a bit because Furia can play so well across the map and can frustrate you. And I just think Furia as a team, you see it when they play Overpass. They're so good at playing all across the map, all at the same time. And so Vitality don't always know whether they can rotate.
Activation out of Mezzi to make the difference. Man
And
advantage.
look what happens here.
Just
Fallen
established off
now.
that one is Fallen.
He's going to pick up the
is
bomb.
real low. And if he goes
He's
for
going
the
to
bomb
start
play,
planting
Yekindar
the bomb.
nowhere to be found.
They are
so
still
just go for the
walking
money.
at top mid. That is how scared they are.
This is actually fine. You can
Finally, they start running, but clearly they have good reason to be scared because Yekindar, ballsy as he is sitting in second mid while Fallen plants on B. They could have just pushed Fallen and killed him, but obviously they have no way of knowing that.
He's
What
got
if he
two players to
catches
cut
both?
off. Yeah.
He hears them both. Caught out in the opens. A low health Zywoo next. Oh,
Catches Rops in the back, catches Zywoo, and the thing I love about this is that is going to play on your mind for now the rest of the T half. You know that Yekindar was willing to sit in second mid while the bomb is being planted at B, and he's caught you out completely.
now he's got to run
Here's
over to
the
that B
other
site
thing, though.
as fast.
Mezzy, now, I think he probably needs to get a move on here, right? You know Yekindar is far away,
As you can.
but he doesn't want to give away his position. He wants to kind of sneak in.
Yekindar sprint.
Fallen is also on 18 health, but obviously Mezzy doesn't know where he is.
He's got to go underpass. He's got to walk.
Mezzy has already been found out
What?
towards this B
Where'd he
site
go?
early on. Run,
So
bro.
Mezzy eventually gets the kill.
I guess he's fine. It's
Then he goes for the
planted
M4,
for him.
He's got
and
to
it
get
just means that Yekindar's had enough time to get
over
it.
here as Mezzy's on top of it. Mezzy's just going to stick this. Frag grenade comes through. Mezzy's going to stick it all the way, and Yekindar plays it
Tries
down.
to stick it, kill comes in, and you're going to see those sorts of mind games really start to plague Vitality as this goes on.
History. You'd think it'd be easy to call for superstars, but it's actually really
Here in this one with the
difficult.
low
You're
buy,
matching all these
Apex just gets naded. Another annoying way to die, of
egos,
course.
fall hill, and maximizing all for himself.
And there's not much more to say other than it is another B play.
And when Molidoy joined the team, he said, oh, hold on, let's see if this gets a little bit weird. Should be fine.
Flames actually gets that jump kill, which is crazy.
Flamesy, he keeps
But
on
it's fine. They're going to win that one. Okay, so the B site has been taken a fair bit, and to their credit, Vitality adjust in this one quite well. They decide to take banana control.
He's like a plague. Airborne.
Oh,
This molly from Flames is nice, and he realizes he has this gap. So sitting on this angle is just so strong here. It's just so strong. Like, you're going to see, if they fight through
Airborne.
this, their molly hasn't quite cut you off this angle. Boom.
thank you for
Catches
just like
Quesarado
immediately
off guard.
stomping it out.
They have the deep smoke, so they did well to sort of segment that one player who decided to try and go through.
Here he was about to try to take. Flamesy hangs on for dear life at 13 HP.
And then Apex pushes all the way down,
I say hangs on for dear life like he's not still just spamming smokes down.
and he spams the smoke for a
Brought a
second
banana.
kill, and that's all they need. They're going to go ahead and
Full
take that
confident.
round. Very nicely done, okay? Nice adjustment. The B hold works.
Problem for Vitality, I think, but
Then in the next
Flash
one,
Flamesy goes.
flash in. This was a 4A setup for Vitality, and Furia probably know this because Flames is normally the B player we've just seen, right? And Zywoo is the player that's flashed him in, so it's not like they've switched it up and put the AWP towards B. You probably realize, okay, there's 40 seconds left. We might be going into an A stack.
oh, not too bad. Bomb spotted,
And this is what I mean, where watch what Furia do. They just pause.
but they still
They
have
pause, they let Quesarado see if anyone's going to push towards B.
options here. I mean, Apex has got to be nervous, even if there's so many players clearly still over on A.
And again, Vitality don't feel like they want to go for info because they know that Furia do this so often where they just sit there and wait for you to push. So they just sit back themselves.
They've got that half lead off from
And now
Zywoo
you don't actually know which way the push is going because they could have come back to B in theory.
playing in CT.
Down to 20 seconds as Quesarado arrives.
Such a willingness to run the clock down. And now there's not really any counter utility either.
Smoke over the top for Moto. Chance for Mezzy to shine here, but it's just a bit of chip damage. Not as much as he would have wanted. And denied vision is Zywoo over towards Library. Robs and Mezzy gotta do it all.
Boom. Just the contact play comes in. Mezzy's position was spotted pretty early. Rops was playing anti-flash, but unfortunately,
Would have wanted. And denied vision is Zywoo.
even though he waits for the flash
over
to
towards
pop,
Library.
then swings, it's just a little awkward. He doesn't pick one target. This player running just makes it so hard. And also, the spacing is fantastic from Furia. Look, first player running in looking at pit. Second player just ready looking at the site.
Robs and Mezzy gotta do it all.
Makes it very hard. You can't kill that first player that quickly if he's still running. It's just very nicely done.
And instead they will do nothing.
Wow, the plant. They
And so they have an A round in there, right? And then we get into the next.
A little bit. Maybe a good thing, because Furia came at this one with a certain Flamesy and Ape.
This time we got Flames solo B. So again, Fury have got a pretty good read. Again, they're going for the B play.
a ferociousness not seen for a few rounds, as Flamesy and Apex were allowed to do their thing, but this is a sudden pop.
Flames actually does pretty well here.
Flamesy's gonna have to drop
Smoke down.
util and hope that he
Gets
lines
the
it
kill on the spam. That's nice.
up. Good headshot bound on Yuri.
Molly to try and delay. That's about all you can do, right?
He's
Once
gonna have to
again,
drop
though,
you.
look, we've got this B play coming in. Look at Vitality on the
hope
minimap,
that he
man.
lines it up. Good headshot
They're
bound on
still
Yuri.
A. They're still A.
Considering
They're
how
still
this
looking
just
for these
went
flags.
from 0 to 100.
That's so good.
They're
Oh,
still looking for the. They're still looking towards A for this lurk, for this flank, even though the bomb's being planted.
oh, almost found that.
Planted behind the fountain
So
pillar.
we're still holding top mid.
Trying to dodge that spam. Man advantage.
Finally, they start to come
The
through
retake
towards
here,
B. They
Vitality
realize,
taking a look
obviously, it is the B plate. They're just scared that there's a lurk that's going to screw them.
at it. Everybody
Look at Rops. Rops just sits in CT.
coming in from CT spawn.
And he keeps waiting. I honestly think that earlier play from Yakindar partly got in their heads. And again, partly just the way Furia play.
No kits. No kits.
Nope.
They got to think about this.
And as Lord has just said, very importantly, they're doing all this while they don't actually have a kit.
Very
Frag.
carefully.
Incendiary
So
smoke.
yeah, they have the utility, a nice nade. They still
nice.
have more utility to use, even though they're smoked off from CT. They've got a molly, they've got a smoke. It should be okay with the
Piece of
flashes.
util out of Mezzi. Perfectly dunking it
Props is finally now coming over, just now.
on Quesarado.
But no kits.
Bomb's already way past the halfway point. This is
Yeah.
going to get sketchy. They got to go now. Coffin hold inbound. They've already emerged to the site. It's a good cover for Mezzi over top.
There's no time, right?
Got to get on that bomb, and they now realize that
So even though it's actually a pretty well played retake, all things considered,
no time for
Man,
this.
No one told
they just
them.
don't
It
have
had to be
time.
somebody instantly out from Coffins if that was ever going to happen. It's
And I think that's the first round where we start to see this like overly cautious, overly hesitant play come in from Vitality on some of these retakes, on some of these rounds where you could just see like it does look a bit like they're in their own heads, right? Like even if there is a player flanking CT that late, at that point with where the bomb's planted, they're probably not going to be able to have enough of an impact. Robs has always kind of played like that, right? He's always a very thinking player trying to catch people out, but yeah, it definitely feels a little like, okay, there's something going on here. This matchup seems to be getting to him.
again, Flamesy taking at it.
Next round, they get this 5v3 off of Flames. Nicely done with the flash assist from Apex, with the utility early on Banana.
Oh,
Wow.
it's in the name.
We'll skip ahead. Because Furia
vibes.
eventually tried to
Maybe
take
even
B.
endpoint days.
They actually switched it up Vitality. They have Mezzi on B and Flames over on A for whatever reason. I think maybe just because Flames is low. You don't want him to just get naded off early. It also can catch you out sometimes. Like, you expect Mezzi to be the A player, so if you see him on B, you might still be scared. Flames is somewhere hanging around, right?
Trying to get that Apex. We hit 27.
Again, they run the clock very low.
Molodoy just put that scope down.
And Apex actually tries to flash through here. And it looks
Apex
very
gonna
awkward. The
flash
flash
his
is
way
good,
through.
but look, he kind of gets stuck in the smoke.
Trying to get into the spot.
Eventually pokes out and does go down.
But it's just falling to
But
get the
low
better
time,
of.
Mezzi gets a kill back.
And as Mezzi locks into second to orange, time is of the essence. If ever you're going to plant this,
he can
falling
plant.
just enough time. No
They
way.
do actually get the bomb down.
He gets Mezzi out of there and covered by Molodoy all the while.
There's one HE coming into
But this time you could see they're in position a little quicker.
this.
Pushing away from Banana, the flank is inbound. Already
They're not as scared of the flank,
climbing over
and
the car.
Flames has got through.
This is Flamesy low. Molodoy up close, misses the timing on it, and now Fallen is doomed.
And that's going to make all the difference. A little quicker on the retake, finally, this time. And this one again. We get a good early B hold.
Gonna try to
Good
challenge
timing on
through
that
again.
smoke.
If Flamesy's not on
Nice
Banana,
kill
they
against a sort of half buy.
like their odds, but
Very
Apex,
solid hold. Looks great.
they have met their maker. This
Molodoy picks up the AK. Look at how he
Flamesy's
runs
not on
through.
Banana, they like their odds, but Apex, they have met their maker this time. Trying to get through, still another recovery inbound.
Crazy movement. I
They
do
have
wonder
met
whether
their
Flames
maker.
needed to sort of run in like this, but I guess he just thought he could keep them behind this smoke, which you kind of understand.
And
It
if
just seems like
Flamesy's
the
not
timing goes
on
against
Banana,
him.
they like their odds, but Apex, they have met their maker this
He must have seen Molodoy, but maybe he thought Molodoy was going through the CT smoke. Instead, Molodoy runs in like
Trying
this.
to get through, still another recovery inbound.
There he is.
Great
We get the
Another
2v3.
retake needed by
And then
Vitality.
again,
With this
look
much-
at how long they take on this retake. It just feels like something was off with Vitality with how long they were taking.
Utility, it should
Yes,
just...
you're smoked off from CT and from Banana, but look at the utility you have. A couple of mollies, a couple of smokes. This should be very good for Vitality. They should basically make it so that Furia can't have any spots they can play this
be
bomb from.
impossible for them to...
Mezzi uses his molly, I think, a little early. It doesn't seem like anyone's ready to capitalize on this, but okay, you have more nades.
For them to lose.
Also, it doesn't really land that well.
Retake.
One incendiary burns ahead of Nubox, but you've still got
And they're just sitting still. Like,
fire bombs
finally,
to go.
they smoke this over towards Coffins.
Is going to be the first point of contact.
And Molodoi is so smart, spots this player and realizes if they smoke Coffins, they're probably not retaking from Ruins. He's so low on health that him just surviving is probably for the best.
Sees one coming, sees that smoke as well as a chance to exit. It's going to leave Yuri.
And then as the retake comes in, we get these mollies.
This molly on top of the bomb.
Yeah.
And again,
But look, Yuri has a molly of his own.
taking a bit
Yes, he's about to get mollied out, but look at who has the smoke here. Rops has the final smoke left. The bomb is mollied. They need to get that smoke on the bomb as soon as possible.
much time.
They have a...
It's going to burn
Good
it.
molly, good position. Rops is still up here with the smoke. I just feel like if you've got the smoke in this position, either give it to a teammate or you've got to be the guy going for the bomb. Or at least put yourself in a position where you can smoke the bomb. Because now Molodoi realizes playing for time is the best play, sits behind this smoke, being a nuisance, making himself hard to hit.
He's going to give Molodoi a chance to
Rops finally pulls out the smoke.
deny any kind of a
Just now smokes the bomb so that they can get on it.
diffuser. They're scrambling to get on top.
And even though he doesn't kill the diffuser,
But Mezzi does dive
Get
it.
it too late, no?
It's going to come close.
there's just not enough time again. And again, just that hesitation seems to be hitting for Vitality, which I feel like we would never see in the past. Then, Vitality won the next round, so they put Furia on a low buy into the last round of the half. It's looking good.
Mezzi. Gonna lock
Mezzi gets a kill,
here,
all
but
good.
Tindar was worried about
And again, this B side, Furia found some crazy timing
Corner.
windows. Look at this. Smoke goes down. Flash is going to come in. Ooh, I don't know. Could Flames have seen this? Could Flames have seen this? It's so hard to tell. It feels like maybe he should have. That's hard, man. That's hard. Sometimes the spectating can be different too. But it doesn't feel like he actually saw anything here. Or at least it didn't seem like he communicated anything, right? Like there's a guy there. I feel like you can see that on our screen. Because then, look, they start to walk back.
smoke.
Bro's is just going to start trading nades.
Ooh, this
And fair play to Furia, again, very smart, realizing when that flash has come into Banana, Vitality are probably clearing it, and they might as well just take the risk that they weren't spotted and that they can get a great timing window on the close player.
timing
They're
could
close
scare
again,
them.
yeah.
Yes, once more, they're going to pounce
Boom,
off the
one
flashes.
flash, contact play.
Apex, 1 kill only.
2 kills and look
again,
at
yeah.
Apex's
Once more,
reaction here. Just look at
They're going to
Apex.
pounce off the flashes. Apex, 1 kill.
The look over to
Timing
Flames.
could
close
scare
again,
them.
yeah.
Yes, once
And
more.
that's why I feel like maybe Flames said that it was clear. And again, Furia hid very well to make that unexpected. But
They're going to pounce off the flashes.
what a way to close
Apex-
a half. I just need, there we go. That's what I needed. That's what I needed. All I needed was that little look there. Oh, OBS has crashed. Am I still recording? I don't know. Okay, I'm going to have to edit this together because OBS crashed. But
Like, so many times there's a car timing
you
found
get that
from
B-side
Furia.
taken, and this time the rotate is quick, but it is going to be taking longer just because they lost the site so quickly.
And maybe no reward.
And again, there's a CT
All
smoke
the
up.
utility.
Across the board. More nades coming out,
And they
but
play the retake like fairly well, but it just takes them a
nobody
while.
is inside of that pit. It is the double up in dark.
As
and
you
a
would expect in this scenario, because the rotate has been so slow.
single onto the new box. Ballin comes away with a kill. They clear out new box, but now it's going to be Mezzi to have to get that last one. He's got
Cheeky
the
double
headshot.
stack in dark. Doesn't quite work.
Time
But
again?
again,
Oh, it's going to be
the time.
close. It's going to get weird. Final moments. Okay, Furia blow up the bomb site and
And
take
so that was when we got Apex saying, hey, don't tilt, guys. They win the pistol. You think they're going to be okay?
What you gonna do about that?
And then
Flashbang in hand with the
It's
MV9.
another one of these rounds that I was saying where you get Vitality running into a Furia stack. Furia very good at winning these force buy, these half buy rounds.
This is, I would
Yeah.
give the CT's odds here.
Oh, it's scary at 25 seconds, and it's all in Vitality short side.
Bit of counter util.
Come on already. Berettas from the corner are slaughtering them.
Zywoo running in first, by the way. And also, actually, let me go back. Because I want to point out, at the half here, Zywoo is 6 and 7, right? I feel like sometimes Vitality could do with having Zywoo either on the AWP a little more on this map, because I think he could have taken the AWP towards B and just said, I'm going to take responsibility for this. I'm going to put myself here in a couple of rounds and just say that we need to get something going a bit earlier. I need to be more involved. or he just in general needs to be like more willing to get involved. I feel like if there is a half and I'm Vitality and ZywOo has ended 6 and 7, I hate that. I hate that because that suggests that he has had quite a few rounds where he hasn't really had the chance to make the difference, right? He's not really been as involved as I would like. And that's always been something with ZywOo. But as you were pointing out,
what is that deagle shot?
this round goes the way of Furia. Nice little pop play.
again.
Nothing too crazy about it. Oh, sorry. Nice little like counter to the pop play from Vitality. Just with the stack.
Jumping backward.
Mainly, though, I love looking at this POV of
Oh,
Molodoi.
c'est pas vrai.
First player there is literally
That in the back of
trying
the
to do
head.
the classic. I'm going to run in with my back turned and my head down so I'm hard to hit so that these pistols don't one-tap me.
Oh, c'est pas vrai.
Gets 1D'd. This second, he's still basically blind, I feel.
No.
It doesn't show that in the kill feed, but I couldn't see much.
Oh.
No.
Just shows you how impressive these players are, how good Molodoi has been. But I do feel like we saw Vitality a little tilted, getting in their heads a little. And I just wonder whether that is something that is going to continue going forwards. Because like it was pointed out in that interview, you know, Apex hasn't had to play against too many of the really experienced IGLs who know how to play with the matchups over time, who know that, hey, we played them recently and we played like this, maybe we can switch it up this time, right? That sort of stuff comes into play. I really think that this is a matchup now that could be very good for Furia. I am excited for the major. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you next time.